Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is MeyAroyo and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And today we are all about how to make and sell digital paperbacks on Etsy or on other platforms because there are so many other platforms where you could sell digital download items. And I don't know if you're into this whole digital download items kind of thing, but it really is a potential business to really succeed in because you're taking out a lot of things out of the equation that can go wrong when you're doing print to demand, which is the problems with the supplier, the problems with size, the problem with shipping, which is taking over the world, especially with COVID and even before COVID. So having a digital download business can be quite profitable, especially when this is sort of a business where you have no limit. So you make a file one time, and whether that file took you a minute to make, an hour to make, a month to make, you can just sell it as many times as you want, and the potential of earnings can be endless. But it is a rough business, and there are so many different types of digital downloads that you can be selling on Etsy or other platforms like PayHip, Shopify, and WordPress, and so many others. But the digital paper packs have been something that has been interesting to me for a while, as in terms of like a digital download product. And I think that one of the reasons why I'm in love with this concept or this idea or this product is because usually people who purchase digital paper packs don't purchase just one set. They purchase multiple things. They come with an agenda, whether they need it for personal uses or for commercial use, like a light commercial use, like putting it in their Facebook cover or Instagram backgrounds for like Instagram posts with quotes, or if they want to do it with print on demand or selling any other kind of product physically or online. If you go onto Etsy or online in general, you will see that there are a lot of different sizes of digital paper packs. People sell them in the size of a cover photo for Facebook. People sell them in the size that fits your laptop screen, like your desktop saver. But most people sell it in two sizes. Either they choose to sell it as an even square, which is 12 inch by 12 inch is the most popular size, or they choose to do it as a US letter size, which kind of reminds me of stationery paper. And we did have a stationery tutorial on this channel, like how to make and sell printable stationaries on Etsy, and I will leave a link to that video down below. With that piece of information, I'm going to focus today's video on the 12 inch by 12 inch kind of digital paper packs that people can use for so many reasons. I mean, for personal reasons, people use them for scrapbooking, to make gifts for their friends, to make cards for their friends. They also use it as origami paper, as well as use it for their own print on demand, like putting it, like taking it to a shop and printing it on something just for themselves. You have again the light commercial use, which is to be using it basically within my business, but not to sell it out. So to use it as a background cover for my Etsy store or for my website, to use a digital paper pack to put it as a background on a silhouette for my logo, to use it as a background for my business cards, or, you know, what I said before about the Instagram stories and the Instagram posts. And then, of course, you have the big commercial licenses that people are always looking for, where they can put it on print on demand as is or with making modifications. The digital paper packs that you can find on Etsy are usually divided into sort of like two groups. One of them is just a nice little paper pack that you can use as a background for something, but if you tile it up or if you try to make it bigger, you really can't because it isn't seamless. And seamless is what we've been doing with so many different types of videos here, especially for Redbubble. And the other kind is obviously the seamless pattern, which means that if you take one square of one design, one digital paper pack square, and multiply it around it, it will just create this bigger pattern and will just go on endlessly. So today what I want to do with you guys is take you to my computer and start by doing the first digital paper pack or digital paper concept that I'm going to show you throughout Clip Studio Paint. Clip Studio Paint is my preferred software, I think, for design, for free sketching, for writing digitally. It's sort of like a Photoshop, but it isn't by Adobe. And I got Clip Studio Paint for free when purchasing this little cutie over here, my Wacom Intuos tablet. And I'm also going to be using it today to create something kind of cool, like a digital sort of like spray paint glitter kind of thing, and it's going to be pretty awesome. But then I'm going to take you to Canva to show you how to make seamless patterns so you can sell on to people so that they can use them for whatever product they want to do, whether it's for commercial use or for personal. Right after that, I'm also going to help you to mock up it and show you how you can create a mock-up for it for your Etsy store to sell it on Etsy. We're going to go to Etsy, look at some other things that people are selling just to get you inspired and seeing, you know, the prices that people are selling those, or like the types of packs that people are doing, like the types of deals. And right after that, we're going to get back to me and talk a bit more about where you could be selling these digital paper packs what you could be selling them with, a little bit more about the business, and how to approach this whole commercial and personal use kind of thing a bit better, as well as give you heads up for the schedule in this channel in the next 2 weeks. But enough chit chat, let's just get to my computer and get started. So the first thing we're starting with is Clip Studio Paint, which is one of my favorite softwares. And I'm going to just go in, type in inches, and I want to create something that is 12 by 12 inches with a resolution of 300, which means that it's going to be 3,600 pixels, a JPEG file at the end. And if you don't know all these sizes, we've talked about this ratio between, you know, how to make 300 dpi when we did the sizing video for Etsy, like the Etsy sizes for wall art. You can go ahead and watch it out. It's actually one of my first videos in this channel, and I will leave a link to that down below. But let's just get started with this design. And what I want to do now is something that you can do with many softwares. I mean, you can do this thing with pretty much every software that has layers. And I have a lot of features in Clip Studio Paint. If you want me to make a video tutorial just about this software, please let me know. But one of my favorite features is actually the spray paint. So what I want to do is first I want to choose like a background paint, background color. Let's go with blue. I always go with blue for somehow. I don't know if you guys notice it, but I'm obsessed with blue. And then we're going to add a new layer right on top of it. We're going to go to our spray paint, our new layer, and the color white. And we could just spray paint white all over this. This was one thing that I can do about it. I have also other kinds of spray paints that I can use, like this one, which is a bit thicker. I also have the droplets, which just throws in some drops all over the place, which I kind of like actually. And this could be your digital paper. And what makes it really, really cool is the fact that I could just make that layer disappear, add a new layer, choose a different color, color everything in that one, and push it down. And then I have the same thing in purple. So technically, I can just do this endlessly. So let's just duplicate all of these layers. And most digital paper packs are either 10 or 12. You can also make, I saw people making digital paper packs of 100, but let's say we want to have 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's just give each of them a slightly different color. Let's make all of these go away so we can focus at one at a time. So this one would be with this color. I'm just switching it up, coloring it like this, switching it up, and they all sort of have this like same sort of appeal now. They have the same shade because I'm keeping the dimensions, I'm keeping the shade here, but I'm just changing the base color. You can also make it black. Don't forget about black. Black is also a color that some people like. Let's just go with black for this one. And what we have here is this one, this one, this one, this one, this, the orange, the magenta, I think. I really love magenta colors. This, and the first one that we started with. This is a really, really quick way to create digital paper packs. And if you want to save it in JPEG, you just have a look at what you're seeing, go to File, click on Save As. Let's just make a new folder for it because being organized is one of the most important things. So let's go to Downloads, let's write down Droplet Paper Pack as a folder, and here let's write down blue and save it as a JPEG. I can then go here, save this as purple, again JPEG, and just do the rest. And if I go back to all of my files on Downloads, these are the digital papers that we can use. But I know that a lot of you guys are not using Clip Studio Paint, and a lot of you guys just want to use Canva. And Canva is actually pretty good for us when we're talking about seamless patterns. So let's just close this up and go to Canva, where we're going to create a design. And this time when I'm going to Canva, I'm not going to create this design 12 by 12 inches because I want to be able to control my DPI. So what I'm going to do is design it straight on with pixels, because 3600 pixels is 12 inches within 300 dpi. And what I want to do now is I want to create a seamless pattern. And we've done seamless patterns before because we've designed them for Redbubble with endless tutorials, but I just want to show you how fun it is to do it as digital paper packs. So let's just go to our elements. I'm trying to think, maybe I have some uploads of things that I have designed recently that can be used. These are stuff from Creative Fabrica, so I'm not sure that I want to use them, but I'm trying to see if I have some of my own clip art here to use. For example, these were some of my oldest paper packs that I've done with seamless patterns using trees that I've made with Tayasui sketches. I also have brush strokes here that I'm thinking I might be able to use. These were actually made with Clip Studio Paint. I think they could be nice, but you know what? Let's just make it simple. For those of you who don't have anything but Canva, go to Elements and just type in something like watercolor. Now I want graphics. I want static graphics as well as free ones. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and create this sort of pattern here that looks good, but I do want to see what I'm working with. I have some leaves here that might be nice. I love the leaves here. You can make like a full thing out of just these leaves. And I'm pretty sure that if I'm going to click on one of them, it's going to give me the more options for it. Or no. Let's see if I click on another. Yeah. And it opens other magical recommendations. Let's check out this one. We don't have magical recommendations, but I do love not this simple one. I do love the watercolor leaves that are here, both of these. They have a lot more in this style, like this one and this one. And I think that these four are enough to create an interesting paper pack because we are always changing the background as well. So these would be enough. Also, this one might be a nice addition, but it's a bit different in its style. It's very different in its style than the other, so I'm not going to use it. And maybe some other elements just to be behind them. I do love this one. I think it will go along quite nicely. Perhaps, let's see, other magical recommendations that we have here. I think this one might play nice also, maybe with the leaves. I'm not sure, but what I want to do is I want to have these here, and then I'm going to start by designing the seamless pattern that I want, at least for the first design. And I'm always opening another page because it makes it easier for me to create the seamless design here in the center. And I'm going to start by making something simple. So I'm going to start by grabbing one of these, making it a bit smaller, working on the angle. And again, making seamless patterns is as simple as placing something exactly in the middle of that object. And Canva will tell you when is the middle with this purple line. Duplicating it, taking it to the other side, putting it in the same center line and making sure that these two are aligned together. And then we can move them together as well. But let's just duplicate this another time, put one below and one up top. Make sure that they're aligned. And then let's copy paste them, make them smaller. We can flip them to various angles just to make sure that things are interesting. And you can see here that these are not aligned correctly, which will not create a seamless pattern. So let's just move it until it tells me that it's in the center, which is what I want to hear and what I want to see. Let's duplicate this again. Let's flip this one over. Let's tilt it. And we can just fill this up just the way we want to with just these. We can combine them with other ones. For now, I'm just using these because I do kind of like this idea of having just these ones in this specific one. I mean, the rest are going to have more. By the way, if you want to make sure that all your seamless patterns are actually seamless, you can go ahead and try to duplicate them, try to upload them onto Redbubble, or just try to duplicate them in a way that I'll show you in a minute using Canva again. This actually looks quite interesting. I'm thinking to put it on my Redbubble store. I kind of really like it. I didn't expect to like it so much. It kind of is extremely pretty. Or is it just me that thinks this is pretty? Okay, so this could be one of our seamless digital papers. And the way to make sure that this is actually seamless, we're going to download this one as a JPEG and re-upload it onto Canva. Go to this design, go back to our elements, get out of this watercolor graphics, just go down here, go to grids, find an even 2x2 grid, remove the spacing, go to our uploads, just grab this and place it all over. And as you can see, it just becomes bigger. It just becomes a seamless pattern. By the way, this is also one of the paper packs you can be selling. So you can be selling this one and this one as well. Another thing that you can do is I'm going to take this design, I'm going to duplicate this page, and I'm going to color the background. I can color it in these colors in a way that sort of looks like you can barely see them. An idea I really like is to make this one black. So we have one white and one black. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make seamless patterns from the rest of these and then do one with black and one with white. So let's just choose something nice. Let's go with this one. Copy this one here. And just, you know what? Let's just listen to some music while I'm doing this. This will go a lot faster. And of course, duplicate this and color our background in black. So we have a digital paper pack consisting of these digital papers, and obviously you can do with every single kind of element. We can combine both elements together. We can add these in here. I also know so many different ways for people to make digital paper packs. It's really amazing. Like, let's just go with hearts, for example. Again, graphics, the static ones and the free. Let's take this cute and simple heart. We can remove the background. I want this to be black and I want this to be blue. Blue or magenta. Blue. And I can just make a seamless pattern from these hearts. So let's just do something like this. And obviously I could be tilting these hearts. I don't have to make all of them so straight up. Like, I can make some of them tilted to the side, but for this one I just want to have them straight up. And this is another digital paper pack that we can duplicate and then just go to all of these and change all the colors. Yes, it's manual. It's a bit annoying. It takes time. This is just another fun way to just make a seamless pattern, because we can just make a whole pack from this just by changing these colors multiple times, as well as changing the background. So for example, I can have this one and I can also have this one, or something a bit similar to that. Oh, I kind of like this one. And then we can duplicate this. And for the background, go with something like this, but in blue. So this is another idea for seamless packs, and it really is super simple to make them. And what I want to do now is I want to show you how to mock up them. So let's imagine that we have 10 here. Let's just duplicate some of these to make it easier for me to show you around. So let's just make more of these, because I want to have 10. I want to mock up 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we have all of these here starting from design number 6. So we're just going to download our paper pack on JPEG from the 6th design and so on as JPEG files. Unzip these, go back here, and what we're going to do is we're going to open a new Canva design made especially for Etsy. And I do have a lot of Etsy size mockups here that I really like to use. I have the same size that I'm using for most of my designs for Etsy, which is 2454 by 2020. Let's just open it up. This was from our flashcard session, the flashcard video that we had about a week ago. It was really nice, so I'm just going to use the same size because it is the same size, 2454 by 2020. And I'm just going to grab all my seamless digital paper packs and throw them inside Canva. And what I'm going to do here now, create a new design, and I basically need to lay them out so people can see them, but there is a way to lay them out so it looks kind of attractive, and it's what most people do. And it's usually done with having a bit of a line in the middle so you can write down what this is about. So I'm just going to take a square and sort of make it into a line that I can center in the middle, and that's going to help guide me for what I need to do with these. And what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to sort of put one of them in the corner and then make sure that it's all the way up until the half size of it. And then I'm going to take this one, duplicate it, place it down here. And then I'm going to take both of these minus this one, duplicate them a bit more, and sort of create a place for 5 of them, with this one being exactly in the center. I can try to space them out because obviously now you can see that we have a bit more. The center line would work if we had 12 digital paper packs. Just space them out from each other so we'll have room for all of them. And then what we're going to do is select all of these and send them to the back. So this line will be visible here. I'm going to put this line in the middle, and I'm going to change all of these to the various types that we have. So we have the white one, we have this one, we have this one, we have this one, as well as the white one on the other side of the blues. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Not my prettiest paper pack, guys. I know. It's not exactly the most beautiful paper pack in the world, but nonetheless, it's what I made. And now what we're going to do is this is going to be sort of a stance that you're using for everything. You have to do it in the colors of your store and the design of your branding, and just sort of write something down here, for example. And of course, you're going to be doing the writing as well in the font that matches your store logo and your store branding. So we have hearts, digital paper pack, seamless, and we're also going to write down, again, it's not my prettiest design. It's not going to match all of you. This really needs to be done with the colors of your branding, of how you design your store. I really recommend placing your logo here somewhere, as well as placing one of those print at home or digital download kind of thing that we have. So let's just take it from the design we did for the flashcards and write down digital download. You can write down commercial use allowed, no commercial use allowed, just write whatever you want to write on it. Let's make sure that it matches, or let's like revert it or match it in colors, as well as put your logo here. And the thing that I see most people doing is just taking this, going to effect, and giving it a shadow. And these shadows really do make a difference. And the best way to get inspired and actually see, get some ideas and see what you want to do is go onto Etsy and see what other people are doing, other than, completely violating copyright of Disney by showing all these princesses here. But we have different types of sizes that people are using. We have different types of ways that people are displaying, but most of them kind of look like what I just showed you now. And again, 100 glitter papers that, I just did several of them using Clip Studio Paint. You have watercolor textures, polka dots, antique style for journaling papers. We have a lot of rainbows. We are having a lot of leaves and bees and all kinds of interesting combinations. And again, some people are selling a 5-pack. Some people are selling 215 digital papers. This is one of my favorite rainbow mixes, colorful rainbows, back to school textures, autumn, and just going with the flow and being really creative. And again, this is something that, as you can see, they just put this like stance of this clip and just change the backgrounds behind it. This one is a lot more special. I kind of really dig this one. Also, some people, they just do it straight up all the way. You have birthday ones, you have cats, you have metallical ones that really, really look good. You have this sort of like glowing rainbow nostalgic kind of designs. And there are a lot of paper design, a lot of digital paper packs here, including, again, this infringement of Disney copyright. that is driving me nuts to see on Etsy, but what can we do? And it is something that I want to talk to you about because I want to go back to me and talk to you about where you could be selling these designs, what you need to combine them with, and talking about this commercial versus personal aspect. And really, does this thing have this potential for you? So let's get back to me. Talk a bit more about digital paper packs, selling them on Etsy, selling them on other platforms, as well as what we have in store for us in the coming few weeks. And we're back to me. And I hope that you guys enjoyed it. It wasn't my best design. Like, I don't feel happy with the design that I made. I think that you guys can do so much better with your own design, with your own clip art. And I was actually thinking to ask you guys if you want me to make a full tutorial on how to make your own clip art. If you do, please let me know in the comment section down below. And speaking about the comment section or this video in general, if you like this video and found this content useful, please hit that like button down below, because every time I do, YouTube thinks, hey, this is a cool video, I'm going to show it to more people. And subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed, because for some reason I passed 4,000 subscribers. Oh, this is insane. Get a grip, May. Get a grip. This is insane. So first of all, thank you guys. But wait, we're gonna keep the gashing and thanking for the later part of the video, because right now what I want to be talking to you about is this whole potential behind digital paper packs. And I think that the first thing that you need to understand is that the more different types and variations of digital paper packs that you will have on your store, the better. And it's not just about having different ones, it's also about having them matching. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but like when I was doing the one on Clip Studio Paint, all this color palette, if I was doing something with stars, with hearts, with lines, with plates, I would use the same color palette as background so that people could use them as matching sets. And I think that it's really important to have the potential for someone to purchase more than one listing in your shop. It's really good for your algorithm with Etsy, and it's also really good, you know, for you financially, for someone to just purchase 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 instead of just one, which is why I also recommend having a discount for quantity. So for example, make a discount. If you purchase 5 listings, you get 40% off. If you purchase 2 listings, you get 10% off, and so on. And it's also quite important sometimes to join in, like to put in the clip art that this was made of. For example, if I wanted to sell this paper pack, I would probably combine it with also selling this, the actual clip art of the tree, whether on the same listing or on a different one. And I do believe that the combination of paper packs as well as clip art and frames could really go well side by side. Another thing that I really recommend that you do if you plan on selling digital paper packs that people can use for commercial purposes, especially for print on demand, is actually to show them what they can do with this. So for example, when we were doing the leaves seamless pattern on Canva, just so this photo of Redbubble all print t-shirt, obviously you can put it on your Redbubble store as well and just upload it and use this photo like I did, because it's now on my Redbubble store. I love how these videos always get me to, I don't know, get more things into my Redbubble store, because I don't have time for it at all. But using this on Mockup and showing people what they can actually make of it is quite important, especially when I'm talking about seamless pattern, but not just. Because the droplet pattern that we did, the sort of like weird spray droplet digital paper pack, I also put it on 2 of these pillows because it's big enough to be on a throw pillow because it's 3600 pixels. And I think that if you have these sort of mock-up images, it's better for you to show people what they can do with it. Speaking of showing people what they can do with it, you also have to tell them what they're allowed to do with it. And the thing is, it kind of gets a bit tricky, because you can write down as much as you want that this is just for personal use. But for example, I mean, come on, if I was opening any kind of physical store here in Bulgaria and I was purchasing all these digital paper packs for personal use, I could have printed them on so many items and the person would never find out. And even if I do put this online in my own store or on Redbubble, the person who sold it to me for personal uses might still not ever find out. And there is no actual way to limit people from using your property in a commercial way, which is why I sort of recommend to just allow it for commercial use. And there are 2 ways where people usually do that. Some people flat out say you can use it for personal reasons, as well as small commercial purposes. For example, to make my own business card or to make my own Facebook cover, but not to sell it to a client or put it on print on demand. And if I want to use it for a bigger commercial use, I will have to purchase another listing with license. You can actually make another listing just for commercial use license where you send people a PDF saying that they can use this digital paper pack for commercial purposes, and that costs extra. Or you can just flat out say, I agree with all commercial use, everything is allowed, which was always sort of my approach because they can do it anyway and I'm not going to supervise to see if they're doing it or not. By the way, if you're a viewer of this channel and you sell clip art or digital paper packs for commercial use for print on demand or for printables, please DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is May.Aroyo. I would love to see it, as well as share it with other people here in this channel so we can all support each other. I think that will be fun. And I'm looking into the whole digital paper packs and clip art, selling your digital clip art online, and the whole digital download business entirely. And I know that a lot of people, their go-to is to go to Etsy because it's a marketplace, but I don't know if you've seen, but it has so much competition there already, and I think that there are so many other places where you could be selling your digital paper packs, like with PayHip or with Shopify or with your own WordPress website, as well as on Creative Fabrica, for example. We've had a tutorial showing PayHip. I think we actually had 2 tutorials on PayHip to show their system, and the only difference here is that you need to make the mockups to be vertically aligned and not horizontally aligned. You have Shopify for selling digital downloads, that we've done that as well in one of the videos. And again, the difference would be to sell it as a square, not vertically aligned or horizontally aligned. And with Creative Fabrica, you can just go into Creative Fabrica, type in seamless patterns and see what people are doing, because people are showing it in the print on demand approved category. They are showing it and how it looks on products, which is super important. Having the actual mock-ups and showing people what they can do with this product is super, super important. To finalize this video in this new setting, which by the way is my new apartment that I moved to, I want to talk to you a bit more about what we have coming to us this month in the next 2 weeks with my very messy journal where it written really big, 4,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. I woke up yesterday morning so much in pain. My back is still inflamed and I'm not taking any of the pain meds anymore, and I woke up so depressed and like 4,000 subscribers. So first of all, thank you guys. This is awesome. And my way to thanking you would be to give you awesome content. So I'm listening to some of the things that you said that you wanted. And what we're having is on the 10th, another shop review video. There is a link down below to a Google form where you can go in and anonymously submit your shop. Those could be Redbubble, Society 6, Etsy, Shopify, PayHip, wherever it is that you're selling print on demand or printable items. So the video with shop reviews will be on the 10th in 2 days. And a day after that, on the 11th, I'm gonna go back to what I promised you guys for the month of July before I messed up my spine again, which is those videos that Etsy tells you to put in a listing and how to make them. On the 13th, I'm gonna share a video that is information for you guys, but also a conversation I've had with several people over the past few weeks, as well as a personal dilemma that I'm now facing in terms of the continuance of my business that isn't YouTube, which is print on demand versus affiliate marketing. Which one should you choose? Which one is better for you? Which one can make you more money? And I hope that this is something that will also talk back to you if you're interested in learning more about affiliate marketing or about print on demand. I think that will be a nice like real talk video, because we hadn't had a real talk video in a long time. But after the 13th, dum dum dum, we're having Christmas week on the 16th of the month. So 16th till the 22nd is Christmas week. And Christmas week is going to be fun because we're going to start it off at Monday, the 16th, talking about branding for Christmas. So for example, it doesn't matter what you're selling. It doesn't matter if you're selling anything relating to print on demand, to printables. It doesn't matter the actual product. The fact is that your branding of your store needs to change. We're going to talk about branding, how to add some Christmas elements to your cover or to your logo, as well as talk about some interesting Christmas ideas for your sales banners, for Instagram, for your posts on Facebook, and for Pinterest. On Tuesday the 17th, we're all about Christmas t-shirt designs. It's going to be another Design With Me tutorial. I'm super excited. And for the 18th, we're going to do print on demand products for Christmas. Even though, like, you know, everyone is doing Christmas products. Everyone is buying anything for Christmas. There are actual print-on-demand companies that sell special items for Christmas, and we're going to be listing that, talking about their prices and shipping, and seeing if that is something that you can push into your store or open a store just for that. And if you have enough time, because we're still in August, so we still have time to take a month, set it up, and have people order it right away and receive it before Christmas. On the 19th, we have Christmas stickers for a variety of different products for print on demand, on marketplaces, off marketplaces, and we're going to be talking about that. So it's going to be printable stickers, it's going to be print on demand stickers, it's going to be print on demand sticker rolls and where to find them, and basically everything relating to Christmas and stickers. A day after that, on Friday the 20th, we're all about Christmas wrappings, which also relates to what we've done today with digital paper packs, but a bit more extensive other than that. And a day after that, on the 21st, to complete this whole concept of Christmas gifts, is how to make and sell Christmas cards, printable or print on demand. And on the 22nd, to wrap up this Christmas week, we're going to wrap it up with Christmas coloring pages, because it's going to be super, super fun, and I just can't wait. With that being said, we're done with this video, and I really do want to thank you all. I have received so many messages over the past few weeks wishing me all the best of luck, and I got all your good vibes and all your good energy, and I'm still in a lot of pain. I'm still, mostly sitting and not standing, but I am feeling better enough to film, and I am looking forward to these next 2 weeks where we're going to be talking about so many topics, as well as Christmas week, which I really, really can't wait. And again, thanks to 4,000 people. 4,000 people who, for some reason, clicked a button to hear me talk more. And I don't even know to explain how humbling this is. Like, I was talking to you guys last month. It was 6 months on YouTube and 3,000 subscribers, and I'm at 7 months on YouTube with 4,000 subscribers. It just, it kind of feels surreal. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And that is it from me for today. And as usual, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!